This year might have disappointed you. But not me, baby. What a great year to look back on. I would cry right now, but I can't because the suit would get wet and it would ruin the... So we're gonna end it off by crowning the best streetwear trend of all time, baby. Sponsored by Skillshare, because 2020 taught me a lot. And Skillshare is about learning. But you saw me do the worst streetwear trend of all time at the start of the pandy. So now we gotta do the best streetwear trend of all time. Because it's still here. And I can't go visit my family. But we rolling with the same format, guys. We got the bracket here. We got 8 heavy hitters. You know the deal. We judge them based on the metrics of popularity, as in how popular it is, innovation, how it is self-explanatory, and the best metric of all, my opinion. That's why we're here, guys. And I know this is subjective. Not all of our opinions are gonna align, guys. Some of y'all are gonna be wrong, and I'm okay with that. At least you're learning. Sponsored by Skillshare. So we teeing it off with a rivalry right here, bang, right there. Minimal versus Techwear. Heavy hitters from the start. I'm gonna go put some pants on because I don't know if this is YouTube friendly. So we're starting off with 2 that could have easily made the finals themselves. 2 heavy hitters, god damn. But hey man, it had to be done. I don't make the rules. I don't make the bracket. That's just how it is. Also, caveat, I know all of these trends aren't super trendy anymore, but at one point or another, these were some of the hottest, if not the hottest thing to go on in modern street fashion. So we're just gonna skip semantics for the sake of the video and just call them trends. So we're starting with minimalism, you know. You got many forms of it. You got the popular Scandinavian minimalism that a lot of people like to do, down to the bare bones, just essentials, you know, Uniqlo core, you know the vibes. Probably the most budget friendly out of all the genres of fashion, while also maintaining legitimate style recognition amongst all genres of fashion. Everybody loves minimalism. It doesn't even matter what you're wearing. I mean, in general, minimalism is kind of the way for all forms of art if we're thinking about it, you know? Like interior design, architectural design, graphic design. Some people even take on minimalism for their personality. Now that's crazy. But because it is doing the most with the least attitude, it just definitely gives it a high rating on the popularity bar, as you can see. Just super affordable and accessible while also maintaining style integrity. You'll love to see it. Also, it's not ostensibly innovative. It's cool that nowadays people appreciate the less is more factor. In my opinion, I love minimalism because as a lazy person myself, I like wearing less and doing more. As you can see, I'm barely wearing it. I'm not wearing any. And then up next, we got the exact opposite of minimalism, for being honest. Techwear, baby. If minimalism is like Minecraft, I'd say Techwear is like Cyberpunk 2077. It's just fitting. It just makes it like, look at this comparison. It's crazy. And also, no matter how rich you are, you're gonna play Minecraft on your rig every now and then. That's just how it is. But Techwear being the counter to minimalism in pretty much every single way. If we're talking aesthetically, affordability, accessibility, you can't get it anywhere. It's expensive. It's just the exact opposite of it. And obviously in terms of popularity, you're not really gonna get anywhere close to minimalism with Techwear, but the audience is a lot cultier, which we can appreciate. And also, a lot of people are really into the look, but like I said about the accessibility and affordability, not a lot of people can get into it. They just play different parts of the fashion wheel or whatever the hell it is. And also, pretty much every big sportier brand is taking cues from Techwear, as you can see here. Probably gentrified a little bit, definitely a little gentrified, but it has to start somewhere. And in my opinion, I love it, man. I love Techwear. I'm wearing Techwear right now. Look at this. Bam. Editor, thank you. I'm wearing Techwear. Also, I got this hand tattoo, robot hand tattoo. I love it, man. And so if I had to wire it down to the 2, and if we're considering all things, oh, this is hard. Oh, this is crazy. Cyberpunk, Minecraft, man. But considering the factors, I'm gonna have to give this round to minimalism, guys. It just had to be done. I hate to do it. Man, I would hate to knock off Techwear from this bracket, but I couldn't knock off minimalism. Does that make sense? Like, I hate to knock off Techwear, but I feel like it would be a crime to eliminate minimalism considering all things. So let's move it on. Minimalism, you're moving on to the semifinals. Give yourself a hand. And moving on to the next round, we got a rivalry pulling 2 sides of the fashion game as well. We got SLP core and Oversized, baby. On one hand, you got 70s rock star skeleton pirate aesthetic versus Kanye Omari West. You got slim versus chill fit. You got glam versus comfy core. It's the age-old tale of ice and fire. And in terms of popularity, SLP is definitely the core for a lot of people's styles. And though the pure Saint Laurent, Celine, Eddie Slimane, like that whole look is a bit jarring to a lot of people, you're gonna see a lot of diluted deviations of it for a lot of people's style. Like hustle core, got a little bit of SLP in there, I'm just gonna say that. Or people just breaking down into the simple tee, skinny jeans, boots. You'll love to see it, that's crazy. He even got hypebeast trying to tackle it. Now that's crazy. And in terms of innovation, it's inspired a lot of men to take on ostensibly feminine qualities of fashion, like rings or slim cropped fit pieces, or just not wearing anything. I'm not wearing. Or most importantly, you gotta see a lot of men wearing boots now. I mean, men have always worn boots, but nowadays it's more normalized to wear a Chelsea boot just because you want to. And in my opinion, I love that. You'll love to see it. It's crazy. And on the other hand, you got oversized, which is just a girlfriend stealing your hoodies aesthetic, but instead of your girlfriend stealing it, it's just you. Why are you stealing your own clothes? I don't know. And I love this because it's just an excuse to be comfortable, and going oversized just adds some extra flavor to whatever the hell you were gonna wear anyways. We got big shirts, we got big hoodies, we even got big pants, guys. We out here, it's crazy. Popularity wise, this might be one of the most popular fashion tropes of all time. And if in terms of innovation, dude, you're innovating whatever outfit you want just by making it bigger. Like, just take this simple outfit over here. You make the clothes bigger and now it's like you're a fashion influencer. If you think about it, I'm about to break the glass for you. Influencers just wear big clothes. A lot of influencers just wear big clothes. Think about it. Think about it the next time you see your favorite influencer. They're wearing something too big all the time. Whether it be a jacket, flannel, bomber, t-shirt, hoodie. It's a little, something's going on. And in my opinion, I love it because you can buy something a little too big and just be like, oh, it's oversized. It's not that it's ill-fitting, it's oversized. I meant to do that, it's intentional. And honestly, for that, I love it. So for reasons being that oversized is a universal trend and can be implemented anywhere, it's just too useful, man. It's just too big of an impact on the fashion game. I'm gonna have to give this round to oversized. Even though I love SLP and I hate to do it, you'll love to see it. Oversized moving on to the semifinals. I'm sorry, Timothée Chalamet. Maybe next time. That guy. Coming up next, we got some Instagram Explore page heavy hitters, man. Look at the Instagram Explore page. We got some Pinterest players out here. Dystopia core versus vintage. And what is Dystopia core? That's just the name that I'm giving this whole Yeezy fog distressed look because it looks like they're in a dystopia and the world's ending. I mean, we're not far off. 2020 was a wild ride. Also, always cool fit pics in these. Just like these guys are just, it's like they're doing side quests. And in terms of popularity, 100%, this was one of the biggest looks from 2016 to 2018. It's crazy. Obviously, it's tapered off now, but you still see tropes in today's style meta. Innovation-wise, this slapped the streetwear game upside its head. You cannot deny it. Everyone wanted zipper pants. That's crazy. Everyone wanted flannels. That's crazy. Everyone wanted pastel colors and earth tones, and you already know what I'm gonna say. That's crazy. It's not overrated, it's not underrated. It gets the credit it deserves. You'll love to see it. Up next, we got vintage, which I think is a top contender for the entire thing because, dude, vintage is the past, present, and future of fashion. Popularity is going to be right up there with minimalism, as I feel like vintage kind of just transcends fashion as a whole, man. And I think that everyone should hop on it. If you've been sleeping in an H&M, what are you doing? Hop on it. Innovation is crazy because you can find pieces and styles and make styles that no one can do because it's one of one and you found it yourself. I don't really think there's a style that competes in terms of individualism. And in my opinion, like I said, this is the past, present, and future of fashion. And though Dystopia core shook the game, you already know where this is going, guys. I'm sorry, Jerry boys. I'm sorry, Kanye stans. I'm sorry, H&M people. I'm gonna have to give this round to vintage. It's just too big of an influence to pass up on. And last match of the first round, we got two of the most gentrified styles of all time. We got skatecore versus athleisure. It's just two different types of guys at the community college, man. But honestly, they're both pretty self-explanatory, and they're also quite similar in terms of their place and impact in fashion. Obviously, skatecore has more history. What's the history to athleisure? Bench warmers? Crazy. But honestly, I think this might be the hardest match yet because there's no clear, you can't really, they're like the same thing, but they're just no, I'm gonna let you guys decide on this. I'm gonna phone a friend, as in friend, I mean Instagram story. I'm gonna put a poll up right now and you guys are gonna vote. So we're gonna put it in the hands of the people. All right, guys, I'm having a moral dilemma. and I don't know which way to pull the lever for the train to kill the trend. So just vote on your favorite one. Thank you. Okay, now we wait.
16 paranoia-filled days later.
All right, this is taking too long. We're just gonna move on to the next round and decide on that one when the votes come in. And moving on to the first round of the semifinals, we got Oversized versus Minimalism. Two heavy hitters. You're either going light and easy or cozy and vibing. Obviously, at this point, the styles are gonna overlap. They're so big. But which one hits the marker most? On one hand, you got glorified NPC core. And on the other hand, you got biggest loser, look how much weight I lost type beat. Like with minimalism, you got that legitimizing the whole less is more thing, which I was talking about, which is absolutely great. Just makes it easier for people to both get into fashion and save money. But with Oversized, you got one of the most used methods of totally changing up the style of a piece or your outfit, all while maintaining affordability and accessibility. You just go bigger, it's comfy. Damn, but if there had to be one that comes out of the two, god damn, I gotta pick a winner for this? Are you kidding me? I need a chair for this. But if there had to be one thing to come out of this, if we're remembering all the parameters, I'm gonna have to go with minimalism, man. It's just too much, man. Like, Oversized, it's a cool technique and it works with all styles, but minimalism is the bare bones of everything, so I'm just gonna have to make this one go to the finals because minimalism can't be denied. It's just one of the best things that everyone's doing. Less is more. Come on. Damn, this year was hard, but that decision was harder. I had to sit down. Minimalism is moving on to the finals. Boy, let's see if we have a winner. All right. Okay, cool. We got a good decided winner, and it looks like Skatecore wins that first round versus Athleisure. I'm sorry, Athleisure, but the people have spoken. This is a social democracy. Oof, but now it's Vintage versus Skatecore. God damn, I can't get away from this. Why did I do this video? Hard one, but obviously we can see how Vintage can be more useful here in terms of variation. Those Skatecore is a lot of people's intro into fashion. It's definitely my intro. That's how I got into fashion. Just being a Supreme head and all. I feel like though Skatecore has this cool gateway to a lot of people, I feel Vintage will just eventually outlive it and honestly outstyle it at its own game. So even though both are great, for being honest here, there's a clear winner, and it's gonna be Vintage. Vintage is gonna take this round, guys. There's just no way. And even though you voted, it didn't even matter. That's crazy. See, this is what we call the illusion of choice. Welcome to the real world, polls. It's 2021 now. And now we're moving on to the finale, man. I'm breaking character. The 2020 sucked. Oh my God. Oh, but you probably learned a lot. Yeah, I learned I could get really sad at night. That's what I learned. God. I did learn a lot though. I mean, it's probably because I was home 99% of the time and I had to learn crap or else I was gonna die. But still, man, 2020, I'm happy we're at the end. If I wanted to learn something, I would have just used the sponsor of this video, Skillshare.com. I don't need a year to teach me guitar lessons. I can go learn everything on Skillshare.com. Best place to learn absolutely anything with over thousands of classes. You can find your problem and fix it here, guys. I've personally been using it to learn music theory, which no one wants to do. Like when it comes to writing scales or chords. All right, guys, so this is a major chord, the first, third, and fifth note in a scale. 1, 3, 5. And it's happy, you know, he kind of like, it's hopeful. But then this, the first, the flat third, and the fifth in the scale is a minor chord. It's sad. It sounds like when your girl leaves you. But the main one I've been using is this course by Fernando Arruda. It's about fundamental theory when it comes to producing music. I use Ableton, which is what he's using here, so it kind of just fits in with my life. And there's a section here on pretty much everything that I don't want to learn, but I have to. But you too can go and learn whatever the hell you want, man, by using my link in the description. The first 1,000 of y'all that use it will get 2 months of Skillshare Premium for free. Here, you can just go get it, go speed up the playback on everything you want to learn and improve yourself within the 2 months. But after that, it's less than $10 a month on an annual plan, so it's nothing. Even go sign up. The link will be in the description for free stuff. And yeah, guys, go upgrade your life like you said you would. Stop lying to yourself, Skillshare.com. And for the finals, we got Vintage and Minimalism duking it out for the best streetwear trend of all time. Okay, now I'd be lying if I said I knew the answer to this because there's just too much to take into account here, guys. This is crazy. This is the LeBron James, Kobe Bryant comparison all over again. But we're just gonna stick to the categories. With vintage, honestly, with vintage, you got individualism, which minimalism does not have. It's like, what are you gonna be individualistic with? Oh, nice white tee and black pants. It's not the same as mine because I'm an individual. But on popularity, it's like, sure, they're both some of the biggest looks in fashion, but minimalism, like I said, just the biggest discipline going on right now. People got apartments with a table, a chair, and a bed and a trash can, and they call it minimal interior design. And it looks good. It's just crazy. The world's running on minimalism right now. The smaller, the better. Actually, no. Vintage has Macklemore's thrift shop. So that's crazy. There's a lot of power there. Oh my God. Do you remember when Macklemore beat out Kendrick, Kanye West, and Drake at the Grammys? Do you remember that year? Macklemore's The Heist beat out Good Kid, Mad City, Nothing Was the Same, Yeezus. Honestly, that was the 2020 of Grammys. But if we're taking into account all the categories, man, popularity, innovation, my opinion, vintage versus minimalism, with the power of Macklemore and thrift shops on my side, I'm gonna have to crown the champion at this one too. Being naked. Nah, the winner's vintage, guys. Come on, vintage is the past, present, future of fashion. Macklemore wins again. Macklemore won the Grammys again. And like I said, sure, with everyone, every style has its quirks, but vintage, you're gonna be finding pieces and styles that no one else is gonna be able to replicate because like I said, it's unique, it's one of one. You're buying a piece of history, guys. It's archived. It's just crazy. I feel like this is what's gonna be going on with fashion as everyone's gonna get tired of what's being mass produced and what's trendy or whatever. You're eventually gonna be finding people that are just gonna wanna go vintage shopping to find stuff that nobody has because it's a lot of expression. A lot of people want to be individuals nowadays, and vintage is just the move to go. Thank you for watching. And if you want to see the most controversial character arc in history, follow me on Instagram at ChristianVY and Twitter at JK_Wiling for the hottest takes on the internet. Thank you to Skillshare for sponsoring this video. I hope this gets approved, but go click the link. Skillshare is pretty much the thing that got me through quarantine because all I did was learn crap. New episode of the podcast is out. We talk about blacking out and City got roofied at a club, and that's my first time hearing that story too. So it's on the podcast channel or on Lord of the Rings. It's crazy. At podcast on everything. Everything will be in the description too. And cheers to 2020. I think last year I said, I hope 2020 doesn't kick your ass. And it did. So I think this year I'm going to go with the opposite and go, I hope 2021 beats your ass. And I hope 2021 sucks. And that I hope in 2021, all of you get posted on Dudes Down Bad. 2021's going to suck. Thank you for watching.